Northwest records about Anna Brown's
matter for the Indian tribal.
Trying to get that early. Neighbor janitor. Hope it's the sunrise.
Out, you thieving bastard!
Oh, you guys have a bigger space in the back.
Yeah, only for brunch. That's the thing. Everyone's like trying to be inside the place.